Hi guys, so today I'm here. I'm actually looking like I don't know what. I have not done anything to myself, and I have a zit that is the size of the moon, I think, and I am really not feeling well at all. As you know, I had a vacation which was wonderful. I don't think that I really realized how much I needed a vacation, and it's kind of sometimes almost embarrassing to say that. I don't know if any other spoonies out there feel that way, that because we are at home and sick we shouldn't need to go away for a vacation, but you kind of do anyways. You need to have time away from your normal life. So it was really nice for me, and I'm so happy I could do that, but unfortunately when I come home I'm not energized like you're supposed to be after a vacation. I'm actually more tired. So this week hasn't been very good. So if I'm stumbling on my words or if I look super sleepy, it's because I am. And I really shouldn't even be filming this. But as you know, it's ME and Fibromyalgia Awareness Week. And I really wanted to do something to be a part of it, because I think it's very important to raise awareness, because at least most people I meet, they don't know anything about ME and very little about fibromyalgia. So I'm going to be doing the tag that is created by Vivian Green. She has done a little tag, and because my brain is not working, I just thought it would be nice to just follow these questions. So first question is, what is your name and how long have you had ME/CFS? The reason it's called ME and CFS is because before it was called chronic fatigue syndrome, or in Sweden something similar, and this was very misleading because it kind of says to people that we are just tired people, and that is not even a tenth of it. So now it's called ME, which is actually I can't even say this. You're gonna have to look it up. Myo something encephalopathy, something like that. And it's a neurological disease. It's classed as today, but they know very little about it. And it's interesting to know that even though I am very poorly, in my opinion, and a lot of people are very poorly, with ME you can actually become as ill that you have to go to hospital, that you could die, that you have to sit in a wheelchair, that you are confined to a dark room and can't even get up out of bed. And about 25% of people with ME are that severe. And of course they don't have the ability to maybe meet people and talk about it, so it's kind of up to the people that are a little bit better. And yeah, it's always hard because I feel quite sick, and it's kind of taken my entire life from me. But at the same time, I always try to remember those people that are so sick, and I try to take comfort in the fact that I'm not there anyways, and I try to help them and just give them love as much as I can and hope that they will get better. So I kind of deviated from the question there, but the question was, what was my name and how long have I had ME/CFS? So my name is Jill, as you might know, and how long have I had ME? That's a very difficult question. I just officially got the diagnosis about 2 years ago, but that has been such a long struggle. I have been really sick since about 7 years ago, and I think it was just some point there that I kind of hit the wall, as you would say, but then it never stopped. It never got better, and I developed all of these other symptoms, and it just didn't go away. It didn't become any better. So I saw a lot of doctors, and since about maybe 6 years ago they suspected that I had ME and fibromyalgia. But here in Sweden it takes a long time to be sent to different doctors and to be finally diagnosed. So I got the fibromyalgia diagnosis about maybe 4 or 5 years ago, and the ME diagnosis 2 years ago, something like that. Okay, where do you live? Yeah, I live in Sweden, if you don't know. And age? Ooh, 33. That's old. Tell us 5 things about you that people in your life probably don't know. Oh, what can that be? I'm gonna go with some embarrassing stuff because maybe that's more fun for you. Like the fact that this sweater I wear every single day when I'm at home, and it's the only one I have that warms my neck like this, so I have to wear it. And so when it goes in the wash, I immediately take it out and dry it and wear it again. So that's kind of embarrassing. I always look like this. And sometimes my glasses hurts my head, so I walk around like this and I look quite silly. So that's the embarrassing stuff anyways. All these things, you know, that you took for granted before, you know, being able to wear whatever you want and stuff like that. Other things, I think a lot of people in my regular life don't know that I make YouTube videos. They don't know that I'm that passionate about perfume that I am, and that you can see on this channel. So, and things about me that perhaps you don't know is I know Swedish Sign Language, and I'm very active in the sign language community. Oh, what more can I say? I don't know. You're gonna have to ask me questions some other time. That was a non-illness related. And then tell us 5 things about you that people in your life probably don't know about your life with CFS ME. I think people don't know a lot of things because I am very good at putting on a mask. Now, for example, just sitting like this, my entire back is burning like fire and hurts me a great deal. And I know that just making this video, that's gonna take like 10 minutes and then I'm gonna have to go back to bed. And I don't think people realize what it's like to live with ME, because they see me and they usually ask about pain levels. I think that's something sometimes people can understand, you can tell them, but they don't understand all the other things that comes with it, like the fact that now for 2 months I've been nauseous constantly, and I'm very, very dizzy all the time, and sometimes I can turn quickly and I start to fall. So like if I'm out and about, you know, on the town or something, I can actually start to fall and people look at me like I'm drunk or something. And I constantly have a headache, like here and here, just constantly. And just all these small things, you know, that I don't think people realize is in ME. Just the thing that we talk about in the SPOONY or the sick chronic illness community is the brain fog, which basically just means that I feel stupid all the time. Like I used to be very quick in my head, and I used to always be able to, you know, just have quick banter and learn things quickly and stuff like that. And today I just feel stupid, to be honest. And that is one of the hardest parts about this illness, because I try to learn things and they don't stick. I constantly lose my stuff. I put it all over the place and then I have to run around looking for it like I'm 100 years old. And I usually find it like in the refrigerator or something. I drop things all the time, and especially when you are tired, like today I put a lot of energy in making a pot of coffee because I really needed coffee. And you know, when you're so tired, just a small thing like that is really tasking. So I did that, and then I poured half of it out on the stove and everywhere. And it's just like, you have to accept it now, because that's your life. So, you know, I just sigh and I go on and I use more energy to make a new pot of coffee, you know. And that's a very hard part, I think, that people don't understand, that you kind of feel like you're reverting back to being like a small child, you know. You are clumsy and you are, not that children are stupid, but you know, you have a harder time just doing everything. And that is something that is very hard for me with ME. And I appreciate that people always ask me about pain levels and things like that. And I am in a lot of pain. I do have pain constantly. And if I don't manage, you know, what I do, the pain gets higher and higher and higher. So I appreciate that people ask me about that, but really the pain is something that you can learn to manage. The fact that you no longer recognize your own person, your own personality, that is pretty much something that I'm never going to be able to cope with, and something I struggle with every day, because it feels like I'm living in someone else's shell and I'm just knocking, trying to get out. And yeah, that is one of the worst parts. I'm not going to bum you out, but yeah. And then what's one thing you think most people wouldn't know about living with ME/CFS that you would like to know? Well, that's, yeah, I think that, don't think that it's one thing, because a lot of illnesses you might think, well, it's one thing, but it's not. It's just nothing works. Your entire body shuts down. So it's not just about, oh, my sleep doesn't work, or oh, I'm nauseous, or whatever. It's everything, and you can't get away from it. Even if you rest and do everything you're supposed to, you get a little bit better, so maybe you can manage. But it's just like it's an avalanche that is just chasing you all the time, so you can never get away from it. So yeah, it's no fun. What is the most frustrating aspect of your life living with ME/CFS? Well, I would say the fact that I don't feel like myself anymore, and it's been so long I can almost not remember what myself is anymore. And the fact that I am always so scared that people just think I'm lazy, because I would rather have something that people could see, because I feel like all the time, like I think that people are watching me, judging me, and why aren't you doing more? Why aren't you working? Why aren't you, And they're probably not, but in my head, that's what it feels like. And that is very, very hard, I think. I already forgot what the question was. Frustrating, yeah. Frustrating when this does not work. So, I don't know, it's just the fact that you cannot have a normal life. You cannot contribute to society. You cannot feel needed. You cannot do whatever you had planned with your life. So it's just like, it's just a giant hurdle that you try to get over, and you probably never will. And then the last question is, anything else you'd like to say before finishing? I don't know what that would be. She talks about how she can't remember her life before when she was healthy, and I think that's what I would add as well, that you have to kind of just find your new role. I'm not saying you have to accept it and be fine with being sick, because no one will ever be, but you have to kind of find a new way of looking at things and a new way of living, because otherwise it will just break you. So I'm sorry guys if this wasn't as upbeat and as positive as usual. Even though people usually tell me like, oh, you're so upbeat and happy, you can't be sick. We've all heard that, right? So I'm very thankful to everyone that helps raise awareness, and I'm very, very thankful to everyone that has supported me and given me just encouragement. And I'm very thankful also to everyone who is healthy and that just takes the time to care and to try to learn about these illnesses to understand people. And I understand that that's not easy, because it's not even easy for me that I have the illness. It's not easy for me to explain how it feels to have it. So, I mean, how can I expect someone that is not sick to understand what it feels like? It's very hard. So I just appreciate everyone that tries, everyone that wants to understand, even though it may not be possible to understand, but just the fact that you are trying, that means a lot to us. So thank you for this video, watching this video guys, and I'll be back with something a little bit more upbeat next time. Hope you're all doing as well as you can possibly be, and just hug each other and love each other and encourage each other. Bye guys.